Hello, pals and gals. Today I'm sitting on the floor in my bedroom and I wanted to get ready with you. This is going to be my New Year's Eve, my NYE inspired makeup look. Normally I never get a New Year's Eve makeup look up in time. I typically don't do anything for New Year's. I don't really go to a whole lot of parties and whatnot, but I like to imagine that if I was getting ready for New Year's, that this is what I would wear and put on my face. This look is entirely inspired by this dress right here, which if you guys follow me on Instagram, I wore this on a trip to Hawaii with Benefit back in September. And I think it was definitely from like last Christmas. That's an old winter dress, but I wore it on a summer beachy trip in Hawaii, and all of the comments on that dress were, oh my god, this is the perfect New Year's Eve dress. And I was like, perfect, then I am going to do an entire New Year's Eve look inspired by this dress. So it's black and silver. It's really beautiful. It is an old dress. It's not available anymore, but I love it so much. I had so much fun wearing it in Hawaii, and I also very rarely do things with silver. I rarely do cool tone things. I'm much more of a warm toned gold gal. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little silvery eye for you here today, inspired by this dress. So I'm gonna do some prep on the skin first, but I am gonna do the eyes first, I think, because I have a feeling I'm gonna have to fiddle a lot. I'm gonna use the Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. I mentioned that I have picked this up and have been using it, but I don't think I've actually put it on my face yet in a video, but it is really beautiful and really hydrating, and the packaging is glorious as you would expect from Victoria Beckham. So I'm going to put that all over my skin, add a lovely glow. I also just felt like I hadn't filmed too much in natural light this month, and I just wanted to sit in my bedroom, so I'm filming in front of my window for you guys. For foundation, I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I put a tan on, you guys, so I'm gonna try using a deeper shade. This is the 5.5. I have like full Dorito hands. I don't even know if it's showing up in the light here, but I didn't put much on my face, so my face is actually a lot lighter than my body right now, which is why I'm gonna use this deeper shade. But I don't know what happened this time, but I reek. I smell so bad. The tan, just like normally you wash it off like the first layer as it's setting in, and then it doesn't smell too horrible, but oh my word, I am just reeking. The tan, that horrible tan smell is just not going away. So I don't know what's going on. But I also hadn't applied a fake tan in so long, and I forgot how great it felt to pretend to have a tan. So I'm just gonna bask in this gloriousness. So I've already done my brows. I wanted to save a little bit of time in this vid, so I did my brows beforehand, and I'm actually gonna leave the foundation here, go ahead and do the eyes to get started. And I'm gonna do a little bit of priming. I'm gonna take the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and just put a little bit onto my eyelids, and take an eyeshadow brush and just blend that out to help color correct a little bit and just put a little base on it. You don't really need an eyeshadow primer. You can totally use concealer and powder, and it works just as fine. I basically just grabbed a bunch of my shimmery, silvery eyeshadows, and I wanted to do that and then do some kind of like smoked out thick black wing, both going along with the theme of the dress. And then I also brought out the Victoria Beckham Tuxedo Shadow palette, which I'm going to start with. I'm going to take this lighter shadow here and just use that to prep the eyelid. I'm gonna put that all over the lid, kind of make sure that everything is set in. I'm gonna pause that for a sec, go in with my bronzer, my Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm just gonna take a little wash of this through the crease just to add a little bit of warmth before we start, just because I'm not gonna be using any warm shadows or anything. I wanna have this nice base layer just to blend in with the rest of the face later. I don't want to have it like too cool toned. So I'm just going to lightly run that through my crease. Then I'm going to dip back into the Victoria Beckham palette, take a little bit of this gray, and just place that into the crease to deepen it up even more. I can't decide if I want to take this into the shape of the wing or not. Maybe I will. I'll do a little bit of mapping out. So I'm just starting at the bottom corner of my eyes, and then I'm lifting it up, connecting to the tip of my eyebrow. You can kind of rotate between like looking straight ahead and seeing where your line is to opening your eyes or closing your eyes. I don't really know how to explain this, but going between this and this to see the shape that you need to create, and then you can just slowly build that up. I'm also just dragging a little bit of that excess along the lash line too. All right, so we got a little bit of a smoky shape there. Let's do the same on the other side. Okay, so we've mapped out where the liner is gonna go. Now, the one thing I feel like I've always messed up is I always do my liner first and then I go in with the shimmery top coats, but then I always have to end up going in and fixing the liner after. So this time I'm gonna try applying the shimmery things first. So I brought out these two. This is the Shiseido Aura Dew Lunar 01. This is a really, really beautiful shimmer, but it's quite a nice, like, soft iridescent one, whereas the Roen Disco Eye is a little bit more of a chunky glitter. So I thought I'm gonna put a layer of this on, see how I like it, and then if I want it to be even more like chunky, glittery, and more intense, then I'll put some of the Roen one on. So I'm gonna start with this guy. These are so beautiful, and I don't know if I've actually ever used the silver one. I've swatched it before, but I don't know if I've ever used it. So I'm gonna take that on my finger and just, oh my god, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Ooh, oh, it's so nice. Okay, so I'm just putting that all over the lid and kind of just right on top of the crease. I'm not going too far above it. I'm also just gonna bring it right down into the inner corner, just putting that all over. I don't know how to explain my love for the Shiseido Aura Dew eyeshadows. They're so stunning. Every color is so beautiful. I'm gonna take a little dip of the Roen. You won't really be able to see much of a difference, I don't think, in the camera, but it adds a little bit more of a chunky statement glitter in person. It just adds some like bigger pieces to it, and I think it'll just like catch the light in a bigger way. Okay, so now for the liner. This is always the scary part for me, but I have tried this once and it was successful. I'm taking my Marc Jacobs Blacquer Highliner, and I'm going to do a nice little smoky map using this, trying to create the wing. I'm gonna be holding my breath the entire time, and then if need be, I will go in with a liquid liner after, but we'll see how this goes first. I'm taking the Blacquer liner, and I'm gonna essentially do the same thing we did with the shadow. I'm gonna trace up from my eye, going towards the end of my brow, and then I'm gonna drag that onto the lash line. Oh, I went so thick. Oh god. Ooh, okay. Alright guys, this is gonna be a bigger wing than we anticipated. Then I'm just taking a clean liner brush, and I'm basically just gonna attempt to smudge out those edges. To clean up the edges, I'm gonna take another brush, and I just push it and press right along the tip of that liner. And this usually, without too much effort, cleans up the liner for me. I don't have to go in with any additional steps. Doesn't always work, but I think that's okay. Now I've got a little hooded eye action, so I'm gonna pull out my little Katie Jane Hughes trick here and just take that liner and create an indent in like this. I don't really know how to talk through it. Katie has an entire Instagram highlight dedicated to this hooded eye liner trick, and it's brilliant, as she always is. I have yet to perfect this. I'm trying my best, but you essentially just, when you open your eyes, you draw the line into your crease to make it look like it's connecting with the eye, but when you open it, you've got a little sneaky indent there, and it just helps to create the look of a seamless liner without getting lost in your creased hooded eye. And then, as always, the hardest part for me, doing the same thing on the other eye. Holy crap, you guys, that was such a struggle. Oh my god, that just took me forever. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with just a liquid liner, and I'm just gonna press that right along the lash line just to make sure that that portion is a little bit more intensified. I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara on the upper lashes. We'll finish the face before we tackle the lower lash line, but I am just gonna apply mascara here. Alright guys, let's do this base. Going in with my concealer, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Putting that underneath the eyes, around the nose, onto the nose, and around the mouth and the chin. I'm just taking my beauty sponge and blending that out. And I'm just going right along the wing, making sure that it's nice and clean and crisp. For contour, I wanted to pull out such an old favorite, but they actually sent their recent holiday collection, and it's so beautiful. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow, but with this stunning, like, holiday bedazzled packaging. How beautiful is that? And they sent a brush to match with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this for my sculpting shade and also as the highlighter. I actually really love this little brush. Because of the short handle, it's kind of easier to, like, dig in there and get that sculpted action. And I think the holiday bedazzled packaging is so friggin' cute. So just using that to sculpt out my jaw. I'm doing a very intense, exaggerated look for this, by the way. I feel like it just goes with the intensity of this look, you know? If you're gonna go ham-damn on your makeup at any time, let it be during a New Year's Eve soiree. So even though I'm not personally participating in any New Year's Eve parties this year, if I was, this is the kind of fun look I'd want to go for. So I'm just going to go in and bronze a little bit more using my Benefit Hoola bronzer, just warming up that Foss because the Charlotte Tilbury one is more of a cool toned sculpting powder, and I just want a little bit more warmth around the edges of my Foss along my nose. And then I'm going to dip into the highlight side here. I'm just going to use the same brush. I think they changed the formula of the highlighter. It used to be, like in my memory, a lot more intense. It's such a gorgeous palette. I'll love this palette forever, but I don't know if I'm being crazy or what. For blush, in the Charlotte Tilbury spirit, I'm going to dip into my Pillow Talk Cheek to Chic blush, a gorgeous, lovely pinky nude. Just apply that to the cheeks. All right, we're going to finish up the eyes. I'm going to dip back into the Benefit Hoola bronzer and put this all along the lower lash line, really smoking that out and connecting it right up to the liner. Wham glam, thank you ma'am. And then taking a smaller teensy detail brush, going back into the eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna dip into this deep gray and just push that right along the lower lashes, just to very softly deepen that up. For mascara on the bottom lashes, I'm going to use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I definitely don't pull this out enough, and I think that a little bit of bottom lash is necessary for this look, so I'm just pressing that right onto the root of the bottom lashes, and I'm not taking it all the way down. This will help prevent a little bit of raccooning. If you guys have longer lower lashes like I do, I find that if I coat my whole lower lash, it just looks way too spidery. So I just press it right onto the root. And because the Bottom Lash Mascara has such a tiny wand, it makes it so much easier to do that. Now when it comes to the lips, when I'm doing a very intense liner like this, I want all of the attention to go to the eyes. So I'm just gonna do a really nice kind of subdued glossy lip. And I'm gonna start with a liner. This is the Victoria Beckham 02 lip liner. And I'm gonna use this to shape out my lips. I kind of screwed that up. I lost my Cupid's bow a little bit, but that's okay. And then on top of the liner, I'm going to apply a gloss, and I'm very excited because this has been one of my favorite products for a very long time. It was featured in my 2018 favorites, I think. I've always had one of these in my collection, and it's such a beautiful gloss. Clarins, thank you so much for sponsoring this portion of the video. I am going to be using their lip comfort oils today, you guys. I have 3 shades. Honey is such a good staple, beautiful, juicy, glossy color to wear every single day, but with their colored glosses, just such a nice subtle hint of a pop of color, which is so beautiful. This one right here is a beautiful subtle pink. This one's 04 Candy. And today, in the kind of holiday season spirit, I'm gonna use the shade 03 Red Berry. It's just got this really beautiful hint of a deep red in there. And it'll just put the most glorious glassy stain on the lips. Oh, and I love that it's a really giant doe foot applicator. It's so beautiful. These have hazelnut and jojoba oils in them. And one fun fact I didn't know is that Clarins brand was actually based around the use of natural oils back in the 60s. A natural oil product was one of their first products they actually came out with. These are some of my favorite lip products of all time. And thanks, Clarins, for sending me a couple extra shades to have in my collection. It's so beautiful. I love how glossy and juicy this is, and I think that the kind of more cool toned based red in this red berry shade really nicely balances out the intensity that we have in the eyes today. I will include a link in the description box down below at where you can find the lip comfort oils. They are so beautiful. Dear Clarins, if and when you are watching this, the red sparkly gold red shade from last holiday season, please God, make that a permanent color. It was so beautiful, and everyone needs to have it in their lives. So lip comfort oils from Clarins, and this is the finished look, you guys. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna put my little bedazzled sparkly dress on and show you the entire finished look for New Year's Eve. All right, guys, so I've donned my sparkly dress, the dress that inspired this entire look. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys are gonna be dressing up for New Year's Eve, and if you are, what's your kind of go-to look? I'm actually very thrilled with how this more cool toned, silvery, shimmered, smoky eye, liner, shimmer eye. I don't know. I like how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This is officially my final makeup tutorial of 2019, you guys. Can you believe? Let me know what your favorite makeup look from the whole year has been. If you've been with me for the entire year, let me know what your favorite look was that I've created. And let me know if there are any other particular makeup looks that you want to see me create in 2020, you guys. I hope that you all have the most wonderful New Year's Eve and start to the new year. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow for the final video of Landmas. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye! Just kidding! We have the second to last Landmas giveaway, you guys. Today is a very exciting giveaway. I wanted to treat you to something extra special that maybe you could wear to a New Year's Eve party, except that it probably won't get to you by New Year's Eve. As a matter of fact, I know it won't get to you by New Year's Eve because I'm gonna be gone for the week. However, that was my thought, just something that you could have to make you feel extra special and fabulous when you go out on your nights out. So today's giveaway, you guys, is this beautiful Saint Laurent bag. It's this insanely beautiful quilted leather bag. It's got this really stunning gold chain. You guys know I'm a gold gal, so I went for the gold, and it's just so beautiful. It's got 2 zipped pockets and then an insert in the middle that your phone can fit into, which is so perfect for a night out. And then I've also put some of the Clarins lip comfort oils in there for you to experience it as well. And then all the, you know, cards and all that good stuff are in there. So I hope that whoever wins this bag really enjoys it. It is so beautiful, and I can't wait to see one of you wearing this. So if you want to enter to win this bag, check the description box down below on how to enter to win this Landmas giveaway day 11. And good luck to the winner. And I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye, guys.